What is up, guys? People in small screen land. We did it. As you noticed, I am not Edward Lauder. Edward will be popping in with a message. He's traveling right now, so he couldn't get to his equipment to come in and celebrate this glorious week. Small screen just hit 1,000 subscribers. That's right, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. James is in the house making crazy sounds in the background. He's going to be popping in. We're going to have a whole bunch of friends popping in. We don't even have a list of news topics to talk about. We're here to celebrate you guys supporting us. We really appreciate it. I feel like it's a crime that it's me and not Edward talking right now because I'm new to the team. But the short time I've been with Small Screen, they've made me feel at home, and I feel like we're one big happy family. So I'm super stoked to be celebrating with you guys. And let's get into the chat and see what's going on.
Go over there and hit the fucking like button. All right, you hit it now. You motherfucking hit the fucking like. I just told you to hit the motherfucking like button. So you go do it right now. Do it.
James, how you doing, man?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We're gonna have a bunch of friends, people popping in. My buddies Curtis, Mia from my other shows, they're gonna pop in for a second. And who else? What other surprises do you have in store for us today, James?
Well, they're just gonna have to see.
I guess they wouldn't be surprises if we told them, would they?
All right, so let's start. Rajneesh, any chance of an impromptu super team Megaforce tonight? Well, you never know. I've been working on it, so we'll see what happens. I gotta send out the invites in a little bit. Just one more question, Tivo. Just one more question. Thanks, Tivo. Congrats on the 1,000 subs. And Danzig with our first super chat after getting 1,000 subs. Thank you very much, Danzig.
Put that cookie down now.
That's how glorious is it to say you got the first super chat ever? That's awesome. I know I have
put that back up after we go through the comments.
I've got like 5 friends that were the 1,000th subscriber. That's weird.
Yeah, I got about a half a dozen myself too. Congrats on the 1K. Thank you, Jedi Master EJ. What else we got? Rajneesh, congrats. Thank you. Thank you guys. Honestly, thank you for the congratulations. But you guys all support us. You helped us, and we really, really appreciate it. Sack Scott, he's playing volleyball.
Yeah.
So when you're done that, go have a
Hamada burger.
What else we got here? Oh, Rajneesh is requesting.
You lie.
You lie.
And we got Kaz. Kaz, the 3D modeler extraordinaire.
Cocainum.
That's my all-time fave.
Hello there.
Back in the old days when I used to watch, I was just waiting for Cocainum. That was my fave.
I loved it when it got requested. We got another one here.
Hello there.
Reese kept popping in on the test streams I was doing this week, setting up the new protocols, and he kept telling me not to run, tell him what to do with his life. So I got to get back that special clip we had for him. I'll dig it up later. And yeah, surprise Cocainium. All right.
Hello there.
That just to piss him off. And, we missed one here. Spooky Bats. Thank you for the comment. We appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, Clint, I'll leave you to it for a few minutes. You can
talk about
the road to the K subs begins. Let me bring up Danzig's here. I'm going to send out the invites. I'll be right back. Actually, you want to play Edward's speech?
Yeah, let's do Edward. Hey, I got an idea. Let's watch Edward's speech. What do you say?
All right, that sounds great.
Pew, 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 pew.
Hello.
There he is.
I'm sorry I couldn't be there tonight. Thank you
so much to everyone for helping us get over 1,000 subscribers. It's really kind of fun. It's going to be fun. I'm sorry I couldn't be there tonight. I'm currently filming the new Captain Britain movie. Yeah, that's happening. So who would I like to thank? I'd like to thank. Who can I thank? Well, I suppose myself. I'm just joking. James and Clint, I'd like to thank you guys, and also everyone that watches the show. I'd like to thank all of you too, and anyone that's ever been on the show as well. Thank you so much, and anyone that's watched one of our YouTube videos. Thank you so much, guys. And I would also like to thank my agent. I'd like to thank my manager. I'd like to thank just everyone that's ever been a friend to me or ever said hello. I'd like to thank everybody. And I'm getting the wound up now. I'm getting wound up now. Yeah, I'm being told to get off. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you back. I'll see you next week when I'm back in Paris. All right, guys, have a good one. And I hope Clint is a good host, and that James doesn't piss everyone off too much. All right, see ya.
Oh, that's beautiful, Edward. You son of a bitch. Oh man, guys. Yeah, I've been holding the secret back for a while. I've known that Edward is Captain Britain. I didn't want to. I didn't want to hold it from you guys, but I signed an NDA and I just couldn't talk about it. But now that the news is out, yeah, you'll be hearing a lot about that. Man, what else we got going on in the comments out here? Just saying hello, and can I send a super chat? The Sax God, you can send a super chat right now. Reese 75, he forgot to thank Amber Heard. Oh man. Let's see here. And for that, he will be punished. That's right. He will be punished. Man. So yeah, it was.
No, but actually, what I know that if it does feel like this is me kind of shitting all over Amber Heard, but I will say one thing about one thing about that nightmare sequence. One thing about that nightmare sequence.
Not shitting on you.
She might shit on your bed first, though.
She's terrible in that scene. She's terrible in it. And what I will defeat all people. And then she's going around with 2 bloody boxes of water. I'm like, so you're only useful if you carry around 2 bloody boxes of water in a fucking nightmare.
But she's wearing the shit out of that suit, though, son.
Yeah, that's not an excuse. Her character in that scene is useless.
I'm not doing a little dance, Spooky Bats. Sorry, I'm not doing a little dance, man. So what's been up with you guys? Like we've been so busy running this race past the 1,000 mark. I don't even know what to talk about. Like usually we come on here, we have a whole bunch of topics. I feel like we're supposed to be partying. So woo, bang energy drink, party time.
Talking about the extraordinary consequences.
I heard news there's going to be a Penguin show on HBO Max. That's pretty cool. What's the QR code? Why don't you scan it and find out? It's for small screen. How do you think we got past 1,000? I went running around into the world. I went to soccer games. Anywhere there was a lot of people. Let's see here. I'm getting a notification on my phone. Guys, don't you know I'm on the air? All right.
Was I've had enough.
Cool it there, James, or as they say in Texas, you'll get yourself a knuckle sempa. Jedi Master EJ. So who we got coming in, James? Are you over there sending?
Yeah, give me 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I'm just hanging out, dangling out here. Hey Clint, I want James and Teddy Bear t-shirt. Oh yeah, did you like that? That was good times. I like to do that for my friends. If I got I play in a band with a guy, and there's nothing better than showing up to a show with a shirt with your buddy's face on it to make him feel awkward. So that's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, I need to start getting y'all's your little pictures.
Call it, Sanchez, or you'll get a knuckle supper.
Yeah, I need to get y'all's stuff and then put those on and make it like a Kazakh's shirt. Have a Spooky Bat shirt. That'd be awesome. Jedi Master EJ shirt. It'll be all pixelated because I'll have to stretch the image and it'll look like shit. It'd be great. Yes, sir. Yeah, I was looking. So anybody got any interesting things to say? Anybody have any stories about small screen or funny things that are pre my time on here that you wanna bring back some old jokes? Who's your favorite guest that you've ever had? Hello there.
Hi.
Look at this. We got Danzig 1979, aka Our Man, and we
Good
got
evening.
Leroy Kong.
Hi, Clint. Hi, Leroy. Hi, James.
Hello.
Hi, everyone in the chat.
Congrats on your over 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you, Leroy. Yeah, we are super stoked over here. We're all fired up.
Okay.
Oh, it's good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danzig,
awesome job on the 1K subs. So pleased for all of you. You produce a great show every week. I think everyone in the chat will agree that it's well deserved, and it's just great to celebrate it.
It is. It is, man.
Thanks, Danzig. I'll get you that 20
Hello,
bucks.
James.
Hey, James.
Leroy, how you doing?
Hello,
Hey,
James.
Danzig.
It's great to get you guys in here, man. I see the names, but I don't ever get to hear the voices. So this is cool.
But if I was change my time, let me know if my time is up. I don't want to talk too much and bore you guys. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, you're not gonna.
All right, Leroy. We'll see you later then.
No, I don't mean that. No, I'm just being courteous. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, you can talk all you want. I have absolutely no script or anything to talk about. So I'm just stoked. But so who's?
I just want to say, Rajneesh, happy early birthday. Mine's on Friday. Looks like
Happy early birthday.
both our parents had fun on Christmas Eve or New Year's. That's for sure.
Okay. Happy early birthday. Happy birthday.
Well, this is a fun. This is cool. I wish we should get you guys on more often. I think.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna bring in C Diesel here from the Then and Now podcast. You guys behave. He's a pretty tough nut to crack.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hello.
C Diesel, how you doing, man?
Good evening.
I'm pretty good, man. How y'all doing?
Good. We're celebrating, man. We just hit 1,000. We got people popping in from the chat into where we can see them. This is a good time.
That's dope. Congratulations, man. I was talking to James a while ago. You guys were like 50 away. I was like, man, I hope they get that soon. And then like 3 days later, you guys got it.
Yeah.
I feel like we did it 3 times. Every time we did 1,000, YouTube would say nope, and they would erase it, and they'd knock us down like 20.
I was going down and up, down and up. Subscription, I was going down and up, down and up, down and up. That's how YouTube are.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, we were high-fiving, we're like, yeah, we did it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, 983, what the hell? And so then I start putting more stuff on Facebook to all my friends. Nope. Come on, guys, and then we get it, and we'd be like, yeah, and then all of a sudden we're like, 990, what the hell is going on? It was pretty funny. I had several friends that were like bragging. They're like, hey, I just want you to know I was 1,000. I'm like, man, I got 5 friends that are 1,000. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah. So what have you been up to, C Diesel?
Hey man, we just been cooking some stuff up. We're working on we're gonna do our best impression of you guys, and me and Ethan are working on our first video essay on Halloween that we're gonna drop for them. So we're trying to take some inspiration, take some tips from you guys, and improve. I got the new mic you recommended is on the way. It'll be here like tomorrow, so I'm excited about that.
Cool,
audio
man.
be
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it helps. It like better audio.
Coming on.
I'm a fan of spending money on gear. Like you can never have enough money, so you just got to always do the best you can. But it definitely helps with production all the way around. So you're gonna notice a difference. That's really cool. Can you talk about what your video essay is gonna be about?
So initially we were gonna do.
You gotta. This is Charlie. This is a good time to plug your Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. So please, we have the company that we're associated with, which I pretty much helped found, Blood Approved Entertainment. We have a Mortal Kombat 11 tournament for PS4 coming up October 1st. If you guys go to anything we're found on the IG, the Facebook page, you'll find a link to the link tree there. You can go apply. Please do, because some of that money's going to help me get a new PC, which I need to edit these videos and to a better quality and a better rate. So yeah, we're not going. But as far as a video essay, initially we want to do The Legend of Korra, because you see a million video essays regarding this, The Last Airbender. We can't really see a lot in Korra, and kind of we wanted to give it a fair shake. But I guess to kind of play into the algorithm for Halloween coming up, we decided to kind of put that one in the back burner and focus on just doing a general one for Halloween and the nerd things that come with that. So we're gonna do video game, Halloween themed video games, movies, and like costumes or cosplay for that. I want to just focus on the history of Halloween and stuff, and kind of what people enjoy about it, all the other things.
I'm writing that down so I could steal your idea for my personal channel. Hold on. I'm just kidding. That sounds awesome.
Editing prodigy right here is C Diesel right here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Got the tenacity and he's got the talent and he's hungry, man. You got to stay hungry, right, Leroy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to, man.
That does sound awesome.
The PC I'm picking up initially, because I'm working on a college student budget here. So initially we're like, man, I can afford a $500 PC. I work at tech support in my college, and one of my bosses was like, look, I get you $400 extra bucks, but you have to come help us clean these football stadium bleachers like after every game. So I guess like within that next month, I'm gonna have an extra $400 so I can get a decently priced PC. I'm about to get like $800 saved up for it, which I don't mind spending on that if it's I'm like James said, I want to get better at it.
Told you, man. Start Indiegogo, and we'll help you. We'll get the word out, and we'll help you get your funds for the rest of your editing equipment. Yeah,
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, do that, man. I was gonna say there's got to be a GoFundMe, Indiegogo, something you can do, and we should be able to push it. Like that would be. Let's figure that out. Get you some gear.
All the creatives. Yep.
Cool. I appreciate that, man.
Especially if you're an editing prodigy like James says, then we need to get you some gear, man.
I'll try my best, man. I've been teaching myself since like last June. But yeah, I'm trying to get where James is. James, I was just using his files and stuff. I'm just like, oh, man, I thought my editing was good, and then I saw one of his videos. I think I saw the Spider-Man theory video, and I was like, well, time to go back to the drawing board.
let's take this time real quick, because I don't know if anybody ever does it, to give James
Shut up!
Give James some props and a big shout out for everything he does. Not only interrupting. God damn it. Not only interrupting Edward and I in the streams, but his video editing. You were right, C Diesel. Like when I see his videos, I edit a little video myself, and I see that stuff, and I'm like, how did he do that? I need to learn how to do it. What are keyframes? Like, teach me, man. Like, it's inspiring, and I'm a creative mind myself, and I've, mixed music and this is a different medium than I'm used to. And I've been learning for the past year. I started at the beginning of the pandemic. Once I was stuck at home, that's when I started messing with it, learning how to edit and stuff. And watching watching what you do, James, you're fantastic, dude. So if nobody's giving you a high five, you deserve a high five and an air horn.
You're a funny guy, Sully.
Big Tens.
Yeah, you never really understand about how hard editing is until you start trying to learn how to do it yourself. And you look at a timeline with 50,000 things on it that he has lined up, and cuts here, edits here, effects here. I'm just like, damn.
I think it's kind of cool though, because it's kind of like a subculture cult. Like when one editor watches another editor's video, and then it's like, oh, I see what you did there, or wow, he took that extra time. You know what I mean? Like the other editors appreciate the work. That's good enough for me. But I do appreciate all the thanks in the comments, and a lot of people do thank. Mostly it's we love Clint, we love Edward, but every once in a while it's James, man. Yeah, nice memes. So it's good. That was my British sense of humor. There came off really dry. I apologize. Got some other
dude. You're like the drummer, man. The like.
Don't say that, man, because I want to live. So. All right, we got some other guests in here now. First we gotta go through the comments. We're gonna HJ Ray is in the house. Put the cookie down. Let me find that one here. Whatever.
You're fired.
You and he were buddies, weren't you?
I'll tell you one thing: if you're on Facebook, look up United Federations of Memes. Agree to the rules and stupid pictures and stuff. You want to talk about memes and being a meme god? It's this guy right here. He's the meme god. I'll tell you that much. I don't know how he does it. He makes as many memes a day as Leroy makes videos. I'll tell you that much. So, yeah. And then we have Stay Lifted all the way back there. How you doing, Barry?
Hello
Say
to
hi,
you.
Barry.
Hello.
Say hi.
How's it going? Stay lifted.
Even.
No, your mic's not working, brother.
Mic is muted here.
That's technical difficulties. And then we have comic book editor extraordinaire and publisher Chuck Pinot.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Canadian, gone and being a trader in the States.
Yep.
Hello, guys.
Man, this is a party.
I've never seen this many people in the stream here before.
Hey, Chuck, really appreciate you coming in, taking the time. It's been a long time since we were supposed to connect like this. So
Yeah. No, thanks for having me, man. I can only pop in for probably about 10 minutes or so. I'm making dinner. I'm at Dallas Fan Expo this weekend. I got to get some work done before I go. You know what's up.
Yeah.
Just plug your books now then.
Okay, yeah. I'd love to.
Please do.
Thank you so much, guys. Much love to you guys. I appreciate you having me on and everything. Belial is my main book. You can find us on Bonfire Press on Facebook. It's the Hell action comedy from Hell. It's all about the original creator of Hell and how he's taking it back from Lucifer. So we're on issue 2, and we should be having issue 3 kickstart later this year. So we got a lot going on there. And then I also have an audio drama, which we have novelized. It's called Essence House. You can find it on any of the major streaming sites. And of course, you can also hit up Amazon to pick up the novel.
Nice. Yeah, Belial, Chuck sent me a couple pages for my portfolio for comic book coloring. I did a few, but I got super busy with this. And man, Sean Barber, I sent him an invite too. Sean Barber's artwork is absolutely fantastic, and it's hilarious.
Thank you.
Go check out Bonfire Press on Facebook. Check out Belial. It's such good. Support all Chuck's Kickstarters. Honestly, I remember meeting this guy on Facebook years ago, and you had just started out. You were still cooking at the restaurant.
Yep.
Right? You're still cooking at the restaurant, and he was editing comic books in his spare time. Now he's editing like you wouldn't believe. And didn't you just start editing for a major publisher this year?
I've worked for a couple. Yeah, I did some work for Marcosia. I did some work for Scout, which was really huge, and got a piece into Antarctic Press.
Nice.
And I also am doing some work for Arledge Comics out of Seattle, Washington. So there's some stuff happening, and there's some more moves coming. I got about 3 books on Kickstarter right now, as far as editing is concerned, and next month it's looking like another 3 or 4 as well.
Beautiful. And
you forgot to say.
Go ahead.
You forgot to say that he's cooking in his spare time now.
Yeah.
Like now he's editing and he's cooking in his spare time.
And that's 100%. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That's 100% true. All I cook for is my family now, which is great. I edit full time, and it's amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
What was it like? How did you get connected with Ben Dunn?
Well, actually, I didn't get connected with Ben Dunn. I got connected with another really super cool dude. I've hung out with him and talked with him and stuff. But another guy in their camp, his name is Zachary Gray.
Oh,
and Zach Gray is just a super cool dude. And the crazy thing about this story is he and I became really close. He wanted to do some work, and he wanted me to write for him. So he contacts me Thursday at 6 o'clock at night. That's important. He contacts me Thursday, 6 o'clock at night, and he goes, "Hey, man, Antarctic Press wants me for something. I want you to write for it. What should we do?" And I said, "Well, who gives a crap what we do? What do they want? We'll give them. I don't care. Whatever genre, whatever they want, we'll do it for them." He's like, "All right, cool." So he gets back to me within an hour, and he goes, "All right, they've got a." He goes, "It's kind of good news, bad news. They've got this science fiction anthology. They want a 5-page piece from us. I was like, I can do sci-fi, no problem, man. Aliens, all that stuff, I'm in. He goes, okay, cool. Let's do that. He goes, the problem is they need it by Monday. And I was like, you mean the script? Because I can get you a script by Monday. And he's like, no, we need a full finished piece by Monday.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, can you? This was Thursday, and he wanted it by Monday.
How many pages was it?
5 pages.
Oh, Jesus.
So he goes, can you do that? And I'm like, I'm a writer. I'll stay awake tonight until it's done. Can you do it? And he was like, oh, if you can get me the script tonight, would you do that? And I was like, yeah. I sent him the script at 3:14 that night. The other problem was I spoke to him and I said, well, okay, but what about colors and letters? I said, obviously we don't have time for colors. What about letters? He's like, there's no budget. He goes, I've never lettered. What do you want to do? I was like, screw it. I'll do silent. He's like, what? I'm like, I'll do a completely silent piece.
Nice.
It'll just be you and me, art all the way. And he was like, okay. And we did it. We got it done by the Monday. We sent it out. And you know what the funny thing was? I was never told when it was solicited. So I'd already moved on doing all this other stuff. And then suddenly I'm tagged on Twitter by an amazing reviewer known as Reading with a Flight Ring.
Mm-hmm.
And tags me. And I'm like, I'm not even following this guy. Like, what's going on? He found the piece. It had been solicited and sent out. I didn't know about it and gave us a killer piece. He was just like, holy crap, I haven't read anything like this in forever. These guys killed it. And I was like, oh, damn, not bad for like 72 hours of work.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next time you got to pull the old Star Trek engineer and tell them 9 a.m. the next morning and get it to them at 2 a.m. that night. That's what I do. Yeah. I need this video done by 2 days from now. Okay, I'll give it to you tomorrow morning, and then 6 hours earlier you give it to them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like Scotty told Jordy. So.
I'm gonna start doing that to you, James.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. A guy I grew up with actually in my childhood and middle school, Jim Felker. Do you know his name? He's worked for Ben Dunn in like an assistant kind of way for like the last decade or so. Yeah. If you ever see him at a Comic-Con, he's got like the Kermit the Frog puppet, and he goes and does the impressions. So
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm all over Texas. Yeah, so I'll definitely keep my eye. Tell him you said hi.
Definitely. When do you come back to Canada?
Oh man, not soon enough. I hope next year. Like for me, you know how they talk about all the different cons, which is the ultimate con, and for everybody, that ultimate one is San Diego. I want to go there, but for me, man, it's Fan Expo Toronto. That's my hometown.
Yeah,
that's where I gotta be. So yeah,
Artist Alley, baby.
Oh yeah, homie. And I already have my crew ready. You know, like we're already ready to go. As soon as I pull the trigger and I make it happen, it's gonna be big. I'm so excited.
That's awesome, man. I'm in Alberta now, but I grew up in Ontario, and I stopped going to Fan Expo as a self-publisher when they started getting women to dress up in anime cosplay and give massages. Oh, like 2001. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'll just go do it through the small press mail and everything. So, but it's changed so much in the last 20 years of con scene. It's like I just go for Artist Alley. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was there, and my friends were like, "Don't you want a Batman T-shirt? Don't you want?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna pay $40 for a Batman T-shirt. I'll go down to Kensington Market to the thrift shop and grab a Batman T-shirt for $5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or the same old prints.
Yeah, and then that money goes towards the self-publishers and the independent artists. So
yeah,
that's how kids. That's what you guys gotta do. Go to Artist Alley and buy every book from the independent publisher.
You know what? How I've gotten a bunch of people is I had this guy walk by and he had all this Ninja Turtle stuff, and so I was like, "Hey man, do you like independent comics?" And he's like, "Not really." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like,
was it Aaron Hazuri?
I don't know. It was just a random that I'm trying to sell to, and I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Like, they were like the ultimate independent. He's like, "Well, yeah, but they're not anymore." And I said, "What would you do, man, for that first issue, like that first printing?" He's like, I'd go nuts. I would do everything I can. I said, you know, like, don't you wish you could be there at that moment when it was at a convention? He's like, oh, I do. I was like, you are. You're there right now. And someone in here has the next Ninja Turtles, and you're walking by. And he was like, are you serious right now? And I was like, yeah, I can't tell you it's me. I have no idea. I don't have, my balls aren't that brass, but someone in here probably has that, and you're walking by them with all your Ninja Turtles gear that, no offense, isn't worth what you paid for it. And he was like, wow, how much is your book? And I was like, it's only $5. He's like, yeah, will you sign it? I'm like, you're damn right I'll sign it, buddy. And I did that. And
there's another one for you.
Thank you.
Excellent salesman. That speech was immaculate.
You know what? Going non-lettering for that book, doing a silent book, that reminds me in film. You don't spray the money hose, right? You come up with a creative solution to a problem.
Yeah.
So, and that's why you're only cooking at home now. You're not cooking at a restaurant anymore.
Homie, thank you.
We're gonna bring in a couple more guests here.
Hey Chuck, where are you in Texas? You said you're in Texas?
Yeah, I'm right between San Antonio and Austin.
Okay, I'm in Austin. I live in Cedar Park, so I'm up just north of Austin.
Oh, dude, you gotta. I mean, I'm doing all the local cons. We're gonna be in San Antonio for Big Texas. Pop by the booth and I'll get you some swag, homie.
Hell yeah, man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick me some up too and mail it to me.
I'll give you doubles. You remind me, because by then it'll be like a month and a half. You remind me, I'll get you double the swag for both of you. Absolutely.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Okay.
Hey, before I take off,
knock.
Hey,
I heard y'all were talking about swag in here. There's a swag conversation going on.
Oh yeah.
How you doing, Curtis?
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Hey,
Curtis
what's up,
is
dork? Curtis, fellow dork. That's how we roll. Is it Barry? How's your mic?
I'm hoping it works this time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Barry.
Well, as last time, congratulations, guys. Your channel's going great. I really love watching. How's everyone doing tonight?
I've known Barry since I was 5 years old.
I was going to say 12, but
well, yeah. When did you move? Well, probably 10 or 12. Yeah.
I was a kid came up to me and stole my basketball the day I moved to Burlington, and that kid was James.
Yep. And if you ever need any stickers done, Chuck, or anyone else, hit up Lifted LeChance Designs. And if you're in Ontario, you want some music videos done, you want some promotions done for your Twitch or YouTube, hit up Stay Lifted Productions.
We do have a lot of fun with a lot of things over here.
Yes. Yeah.
But tonight's about you guys and your success.
exactly.
Oh man, it's nothing compared to that music video that you did.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks. It's appreciate. It's just my way of trying to get to all of your levels. I figured I can't just jump to movie or TV. I might as well make shitty music videos for my friends until someone notices and lets me make a shitty TV show.
Hey, that's how you do it, man. I mean, I make shitty YouTube videos. So you're talking about.
You know what? Stay Lifted. I actually, one of the guys on my roster at Bonfire Press, his name is Ben Cook, and he's an author, a writer, and he fronts a local Toronto band called Pioneer Anomaly.
Oh.
If you hit me up, they're always looking for more connections. I'll get you connected.
I absolutely will connect to you through James.
Yeah.
I'm not shitting on you.
I gotta run though, boys. Thank you so much, and so, guys, keep killing it. You guys are doing great. I love watching the channel.
You're
Thank
welcome
you.
coming on any Friday, man. We should do a Bonfire Press spotlight every couple of weeks.
I would friggin' love that, man. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Take care, Chuck. Everyone go check out Bonfire Press on Facebook and make sure you get a copy of Belial.
Hell yeah.
Thanks,
check that out. That sounds sick.
All right, Charlie, I know you're trying to get out of here, but you're not leaving for a while yet. You're stuck. You got to pay your dues.
Follow me. Fair enough.
So what's up, Curtis Baker the third?
Not much, man. Congratulations, guys. How long did I miss it earlier? How long has it been going?
Oh, we've been going for a little bit. We've been partying for a little bit.
No, I mean small screen to get to 1,000 subs. About like
Edward,
how many years?
He started the YouTube video like 5, maybe 6 years ago, and he did like a video every once in a while, and then he was doing his live streams every day, and that was like just killing him. And I started working with him on small screen October last year, and then I moved over from the website to handling the YouTube channel in January, February, and that's when we really started the promotion.
Rolling.
And then things really got kicking when we got Clint on as a co-host with Edward. Yeah, and that's and then we met Leroy Kong, and then all of a sudden we were at 1,000 subs. You know, I think he made a bunch of multiple accounts and got us there. So
whatever works.
Dude, I'm just glad I hopped on the train, but I was still going slow enough for me to catch onto the train. I got on just at the last second. I loved y'all's show. I loved Small Screen. I used to listen to I listened to several shows, but this show is like is always been really informative, but then it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's fun, the funny clips, the inside jokes, but then it's informative and professional. You know what I mean? And I really like that. You listen to some channels and it's just a bunch of people talking. Like my channel later on tonight, Versus, we're gonna be doing a show, and it's just a bunch of dummies talking about dumb fun stuff. You know, but Small Screen is really professional. I dig that, but then it gets stupid every once in a while. But but there's always been this this air of like classiness to it. Edward really.
But that's just because of Edward's accent. That's
no. I mean that he doesn't. He doesn't like to talk about. You guys don't like to talk about other people. You guys don't like to go too far into the gutter, and y'all keep it classy. And I like that. And I really had a huge appreciation for this channel before you guys even invited me to pop in. Much less join. So thank you guys for letting me be a part of this, and also to the Small Screen community, thank you guys for being so welcoming, because as soon as I got in here, I'm like, I'm the new guy, and you guys are all fantastic, man. Y'all are super cool.
Well, I'll tell you. Okay, Clint, you used to send Small Screen 1 second here. You used to send Small Screen Burger pictures and right, and the Facebook, and I had access to that social, so I'd see it, and we were looking for someone to join the team, like as a co-host. So you messaged that. I finally got a hold of you. I messaged you. I'm like, hey, it was like 5 a.m. You had just got off work or whatever. You're on your exciting time, and I was sitting already working. I think it was the next day or the 2 days after you were on the show. Like it was just meant to be. Like you were the missing puzzle piece we were looking for. So we're not to be a big love fest, but we're very happy to have you. And you just had so much. We got Edward's posh British accent looking really good, and then we got Clint looking really good with his radio personality voice. And then it just makes my crappy memes, look even better. So I'm really glad that you sent the Burger memes.
And now you have 2 people to interrupt. It's perfect.
I know. I love it.
You and he were buddies, weren't you?
Edward
That's awesome, man.
Their voices, I swear to God, and everything I love. If those 2 talk to me, they could convince me to make them I can give them money and they can take everything from me. Like well, I don't know what it is.
See, Diesel, we do accept super chats now, so
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Hey, and if you noticed how great Curtis's voice sounds when he was talking a little while ago, that's the mic you have on order.
Oh, I can't wait. Tomorrow I'm about to cry.
Curtis has a pretty good voice too, so there he is.
Yeah.
Curtis, we were just talking about your smooth radio voice. Where'd it go?
He said it's muted.
Oh, you're muted, bro.
All right, yeah. No, I had to deal with get kids doing something. So
yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't realize that I had a smooth radio voice.
Oh God.
Yeah. You don't. It's just the microphone. It's just that microphone. That's all.
Just wait till a little bit later, and it'll be like.
Well, James.
What's up?
James, you have any fun stories about when you and Edward first started working together, or planning any plans of what planning out the success of this channel or anything like that?
Oh, geez.
Any anecdotes? Any fun anecdotes that would be? If you don't, that's okay. I'll make some shit up.
So okay, so just it's been over a year now since I made Geekosity with Mikey. It's August 2020, and then Edward started covering some Geekosity articles, and I think it was around September, October. I reached out to him and said, "Hey, thanks." I messaged him on Facebook, like, "Thanks for covering us. We'll cover you. You know, work in tandem, right?" Because like this show, we don't like bashing on other people and all that stuff. And so every morning I'd wake up, I have my tea, and I would go through all the small screen articles, and I would circle all the typos and take screenshots, and then I would send them to Edward, and I'd be like, "Hey, see you later, Danzig. Thanks so much, eh? Appreciate it. Thanks for popping in."
Later, Danzig.
All right, Danzig.
So yeah, so he's like, "Damn, I gotta hire you as a sub editor." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I got some time. You know, I work on Geekosity at night or whatever. You're 8 hours ahead of me." So it was about a month, and then like I went on just as a sub editor, and that's how I met him, like just by being a dick by sending him all the typos, right? So yeah. When you tell us how you met Curtis.
How did I, man? I've known Curtis for a long time. Curtis has been coming to my shows and just been and actually we've been going to the same shows. We're for both lived in Austin, and so I've just known him forever. He's been a part of my friends and family here in Austin for a lot of years. So, and I lost touch. Curtis moved to Houston, and I haven't seen him in a long time. And his last name's Baker. My last name's Baker. We always say that we're cousins. I haven't done my genealogy yet. I don't know that we are, but we've always joked that we're cousins, and and him and his sister are great people. So one day he calls me up, and he's like, "Hey man, I was just curious. Do you know anything about podcasting?" And I go, "Bro," and I sent him a link to my channel and to Small Screen and another channel that I'm on, and I was like, "Dude," and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know that." So he was like, "Man, I want to do this thing, talking nostalgia, talking about movies and stuff." So we've got a show that we're going to be doing later on tonight in about an hour and a half. That we're going to be talking about the Conjuring and Malignant. The show's called It's called Versus. So if anybody, we try to, the first show we did Arnold versus Sylvester, but yeah, we're doing Malignant versus the original Conjuring, and then also this is the week that Patrick Swayze passed away tragically years ago, and so we're going to just talk about all of the Patrick Swayze movies like Roadhouse and Point Break, and we're gonna just kind of riff on that and just compare them and whatnot. So it'll be a good time. It's just a bunch of dudes having fun talking about stuff, and we did Jet Li versus Donnie Yen the other day, and that's the kind of stuff we talk about. So it's been fun. We've done about 5 weeks now, I think, and it's been fun. We've had James pop on. We've had I'm still trying to get Edward on, but it's kind of late for him. But anybody ever wants to come over and check us out, we do it I always post it on Twitter, my stuff on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, the OG Clint Baker at Twitter, and you'll always see my posts for what I have going on. Yeah, I'm also got another channel with Mia, who's supposed to be popping in sometime tonight to congratulate you and Edward, James. She doesn't.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, that's my shameless self promotion. Yeah, I like getting that applause.
When whenever I brought it up to Clint, I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to, I want it to be something organic with the podcast, something that, it's just like, us talking like we used to do all the time." And whenever Clint and I would hang out, the majority of the time we were drunk. And so I'm like, we'd always be talking about movies and stuff like that. And I could just see in his face, we were FaceTime, and he's like, "Yeah, oh yeah," like I totally, and he was like, I could just see in his face, "I don't remember what this guy's talking about."
Yeah, back in the old days, I used to drink a lot, play shows, and at shows you drink, you play music stuff. While I'm on the air now, I try to keep it grounded. I just stick to caffeine.
Me too.
Until you're done off work, and then you send me like 3 walls of messages when you got your whiskey in you.
Yeah, well, sometimes I'll go
That's
live.
A funny story. 4 a.m. I'm trying to get a video done for 9 a.m. out there, and I'm getting scrolls and scrolls. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm like, I'm just gonna call him, man. I'm just gonna call him.
I do get fired up in the middle of that. Well, here's the deal. I get off work.
It keeps me going, honestly, because like I'm like, oh, okay, I got 6 minutes left to do. You know what I mean? And then like all of a sudden, boom, there's all these messages from Clinton. He's all hyper, and we gotta do this. We gotta do this with the channel, and how about we do this for the next video? I'm like, okay. And then he gets me hyped up again. You know, I mean, it was like when you first started working with small screen. It was just you and me late at night bouncing ideas back and forth until like 6 in the morning. You know, planning stuff. So you need that energy, and I think Charlie, you have that with Ethan. Hey, Ethan, what's up? You have that with Ethan, right? Like you guys have that relationship where you guys inspire each other. I know you said he inspires you, but I bet you inspire him too, right?
Yeah, me and Ethan, we started off doing his show Loose Cannons, or we realized we'd have a lot of conversation. And Ethan is I'm 21 years old, in case nobody knew. Ethan is I think around 40 or 41, so he's about 20 years my older. And it was just I always found it very interesting to see like the contrast of our perspectives, like because he was introduced to certain characters at a certain point. Like his Spider-Man introduction was a lot different from mine. I was more Sam Raimi. He got like the beginning of the animated series and other stuff like that. And he was just a big inspiration for me because he is the owner of Echelon G Novels. And they have a bunch of stuff that I purchased myself. And it was just an inspiration for me to see somebody that looks like me do what I want to do. Like this man is making a living, making nerd stuff, nerd shit. I'm just like, that's something to grow up. So again, he was a big inspiration for me. So it started with me just picking his brain, then got him on. I convinced him to do a show with me. I don't know how I did that. That was a miracle in itself. And we just been going from there. Me and him have a great conversation. Ethan's like a brother. It's like a father. Like a father figure / older brother to me at this point. Yeah, that's my man.
You need mentors in your life. You know what I mean? Like you need mentors.
Exactly.
So, and I did the solo layer on Leeway because poor guy. Are you tired, man?
No.
What time is it in Jamaica?
6:38 here in Jamaica. 6:38 p.m. here in Jamaica.
Okay.
I was letting you guys talk. I don't want to talk too much and disturb you guys. Let you talk.
Oh, you're polite, man. Most people are trying to be the guy to talk all the time, talking over everybody, and you're very polite. That's I appreciate that.
Thank you for allowing me on your stream.
What's that?
Thank you for allowing me on your stream. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Anytime,
of course, man.
You're a big supporter of small screen. We're a big supporter of your channel. Like your passion for the Snyderverse and DC films. Like I remember when we first put out the history of the Snyderverse video. Go watch it now if you haven't watched it. And you came back to me with a lot of positive attitude and comments, and I appreciated that. So because that video killed me for about a week. Okay, so we got a couple more special guests, and then we have another special guest coming down later. Right now, I'm gonna. This is something I threw quickly together to show you some of Clint's awesome work he did late last night after work.
Oh,
hello and welcome to Small Screen. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the red pill. The video ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever it is you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay and watch the Matrix Resurrections Theories and Predictions video, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Coming out tomorrow.
Woo!
Hello.
Hey, Freddie.
Hello.
Hey, DJ.
What's up, gang?
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, not bad. Just want to say congrats. Congrats on 1K.
On the subscribers, man. That's awesome.
It's pretty late for me, man. I was just going to go to bed, but I just wanted to say great job, everyone. And yeah, man, I think I'm going to go to bed.
Are you going to have a Hamada burger?
I haven't even congratulated Edward, so I need to do that.
What kind of brother is that? All right, this is for you.
Yeah, no, I just found out. I've been away.
Freddie, this is for you then.
What they were trying to do. Once they said, okay, we got a few subscribers,
Hamada burger.
Brioche. 20 million.
Toasted. Hamada caramelized onion. Crudité. Lechuga. Hamada burger. Hamada spoon. salt. Burger flip. Time to put a bit more crust on the other side. I use these red Leicester slices. Very easy. Easy with you, you know. Put a glass of water. Splash. Cover. Done. Now we prepare the burger. Mayonnaise. Fuck. Ketchup. Lettuce. This is iceberg that I've shredded up with a knife. Tomatoes, little ones. 3. Season. Caramelized onion. Okay. Good. Okay.
Some real stinkers there that he was the executive producer of.
Hamada burger. Well, technically this isn't the Hamada burger. Technically this is just my burger, Freddie Lauder's burger.
Specifically, what I was told is that so this is a source to have almost all of the DC stuff over to be ours.
It has a nice weight to it. I hold it in my hand
Try and make like their version
and eat it.
away from slight snipes.
Bon appetit, my friends. Hamada burger.
Actually, a good looking burger. And he's got the small screen podcast in the background while he made that video.
Oh yeah. Well, that's my contribution to the channel.
The old Hamada burger skirt.
Oh, nice t-shirt. You get one of those.
I'm hungry now. That looked good.
Hamada spoon.
I need to find my Hamada Burger shirt. I have one.
Hi.
What's up, Ethan?
It's 1
So
a.m.
James,
guys.
on Friday, James, you just need to make sure, and on Edward's name, you need to put Fred's brother.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was my contribution. That's all I've done for this channel. That's,
it might be the greatest. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's one of my favorite videos. I've never seen the extended cut. That was like the Snyder cut of Hamada Burgers. That was crazy.
We got someone down. We got someone down here. Who's down there? Oh, I had to scroll down. Sorry about that. Let's bring in. Hold on, Freddie. Are you back in England now?
I'm here, man.
Are you back in England? Because you were in Paris.
Oh, I'm back in England. Yeah, I'm in England, man. Yeah, I'm in England.
You have a good
I'm in
vacation?
London, but yeah, it's good. I've just been out with. Wait, are we just talking about me now? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It was good. I haven't seen Ed in ages. He's in Italy, but
Usually you sit there and you be quiet, so I figure we put the spotlight on you.
all right, yeah. Well, yeah, he's in it.
It's showtime.
Hey, Mia, what's up?
Hello, Mia.
I have a green screen and it's still green, but that's okay.
You do. It's we don't have the studio magic over in through this.
It's
That's
okay.
yeah. Usually she's got red curtains over
I
at
do.
my place.
Mia,
Yeah, that's not the only place I have red curtains.
if you click the gear, Mia, if you click the gear icon in your settings, you can set up green screen through this.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't be here long enough, but I got something. I got something really official in the mail for you guys.
What's
Are you
that?
ready for this?
Yes.
I can't believe it came this quickly, but it's the official award for 1,000 subscribers. Can you see that?
Amazing.
Can you believe that they sent that to me? I don't know why they'd send it to me, but it came in the mail overnighted.
Fake news. Fake news.
It's laminated. It's hi Spooky Bats. It's laminated, and it says congrats for 1,000 subscribers. So I'll get it out. I'll get it out to you guys.
You got to get that plaqued, definitely.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Mia, I actually used your address as my address, so maybe that's where the
Right,
confusion
right.
was. I don't know.
I've been getting a lot of weird stuff for you. I'll get it all over to you. Don't worry.
Don't open any of those packages. They're yeah.
Too late.
Yeah, thanks for popping in and saying hi. That's awesome. I'm on. You want to tell them when you can see you and I on when and where on Tuesdays?
Well, our show's on Thursdays.
Oh, Thursdays.
Clint, so.
I can't even keep them straight anymore. It's so many shows.
He gets me and Mia mixed up. Me and I look a lot alike. He gets us mixed up a lot.
Clearly, I can see how that would happen. Yeah, on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. We're on the Facebook and the YouTube live answering for a friend is our show. And it's so much fun. We just answer questions, and I mainly just, I don't even know. What do? Do I even give good advice? I'm not sure. But I have a good time. Yeah. Well, it's super fun. Yeah.
And you're hilarious. And what's been really cool is since we've been doing this show, and it's like slowly we've been getting small screen people and other people, that have been meeting on YouTube and out in the interwebs, and everybody's been coming over and giving support. So Spooky Bats was on the other day. We've had a lot of people coming over, so we appreciate you. We're not talking about Marvel movies and DC movies and sci-fi and film and stuff. We're doing advice, and so I don't ever try to really plug us that much on this platform, because we're giving advice.
Plug more, but yeah. And then you guys ask the deep hitting questions like what words are hard to pronounce. And,
that was on last show. Well, I tell Clint he can ask me any of the questions about stuff that I don't know about, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. If it's
how's the new Fortnite campaign going?
Okay, that I can answer. The new season is crazy. It's so much fun, but I'm just confused as to what's happening. There's like dinosaurs, which came from a previous season. I don't know. I don't even know. It's insane. I've only played maybe like 4 hours. I've had time to play the new season, but it's fun. So anyone plays Fortnite,
doing, James?
also
Why are you
find
muting
me
me?
on Fortnite.
What's your handle on Fortnite if anybody wants to find you?
It's Isla Obscura, ISLA, Isla, and then Obscura, OBSCURA, Isla Obscura. That's also my stage name for like burlesque and other stuff that I do. But yeah, that's my Xbox Live account and my my Fortnite.
There you go, down there at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. That's right. Thank you.
Do they have Naruto in that new campaign?
So there was speculation, and he's not in the battle pass, but maybe a skin at some point, but not as of right now. No. Yeah.
Cool.
So,
and what was that kitty litter boxes about?
man, that was nothing. And somebody finally replied to my thing on Reddit, and they were like, "That's from like previous seasons." And
I said that on last show. It was like March that people were spotting it. March.
Yeah, I hadn't played enough to like know, but now I'm like catching up with the Fortnite lore. What is wrong with me? I have so many other things going on, and this is all I can talk about. But yeah, it's fun. Fortnite's great. I would love more people to play with. My friends have day jobs, so they're not up late like me, but I'm on there at like 3 a.m.
Reese says that Carnage is in the new update. Well, that's cool. Venom's Carnage.
That is the dude with all the teeth?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw him in there. Mm-hmm.
Where is it? I have it here. I had it here. We have a super chat from Rajneesh. Thank you. 1,000 subs completed. Small screen and Clint. Guy Smiley Baker taking over the world next. Well, thank you. And we lost Barry. Lifted. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is Guy Smiley.
Thank you, Raj.
What's up, Raj?
We've got another super chat.
Yeah, we'll let this one play a bit to get his money's worth.
Rajneesh.
Tax God is unfortunately in the middle of a volleyball game right now, so he can't come on and do a sax solo for us. But next time. Sure. So EJ, what's up, man? You get your computer yet or what? Charlie, that computer I sent you that you're looking for editing, I sent the same one to EJ the day before, and he ordered it. So if you want to know how it runs, that's what he's running.
Yeah, please.
I can't wait to get it.
Let me know how it goes for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
Get started on it. I'm trying to get
Hey guys, it's nice to see some new faces as well. I don't know Diesel. See Diesel. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. I don't. I'm no longer the youngest guy. 23. Nice stuff.
Well, we need to have a cooking episode where you teach the Hamada burger.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, I want to try that.
Yeah, watching that video, I just got hungry. I'm like, what? Oh my god.
Zach Scott says he just wanted to say congrats and send it as a super chat. And we just want to say congrats, Edward and James. Been here from, I guess, the beginning. Here's the next 1K people. Zach Scott has been from the beginning. And he supports us on Patreon. We got Patreon at patreon.com/smallscreenco. Big shout out to our Patreons. We got Bobby. She should be on the show now. Bobby, if you're listening, check your Facebook messages.
Bobby. Sean Soundtracks. Danzig 1979.
And we made Kazakh one too. He's not on the Patreon, but he does all our 3D work for us. Like if you saw that spinning logo, yep. He's doing a bunch of special projects for us. So we definitely we had to make him one because Kazakh's he's been a big supporter from behind the scenes, kind of like me, and he's up late at night too, working on all these things for us.
Kazakhs.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
Thanks,
then there's
Kazakhs.
Sex God. I'm done. Go ahead,
Just to remind y'all, like Clint said, keeping it classy here. Keeping it classy.
Yeah. Was that Bobby Roberta Anderson that you're talking about when you're talking about Bobby?
Yeah, I sent her the StreamYard link. So
where's she at?
I don't know.
Bobby, where are you?
Bobby, come on the show. We're waiting
Damn
for
it,
you.
Bobby.
And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing.
Hilarious.
All right, guys, I'm gonna pop off, but congratulations again, and this official award will
Thank
we'll
you,
get it
Mia,
out
so
to you.
much.
Show
Mia,
that
you're
award again, Mia.
Be
Show it again.
honest, you're going to play Fortnite, aren't you?
I'm definitely gonna go
Thank
play
you.
Fortnite. All right, bye. Have a
Love
good
you,
night,
Mia.
guys.
Thanks for popping on.
Okay, when's the next Valheim stream? Well, we're probably going to do a Valheim stream in the next week or so, whenever we get some time. Reese has been watching me and Spooky Bats play, and hopefully when EJ Bass gets his computer, he can hop on Valheim. But we're going to be doing some streaming of what they just released, EJ. Star Trek Elite Force and Star Trek Elite Force 2. The classic first-person Star Trek game.
Some old classics too. Armada 1, Armada 2.
Yeah, we're going to be playing some of those and doing some streams on that.
What'd you say? Say that again, James. What they release?
Star Trek Elite Force and Star Trek Elite Force 2.
Is that why are you saying elite? Does it mean elite?
No, I'm Canadian. Yeah. It's Elite.
Yeah.
So,
hey, I know what he's talking about.
About or a boot?
A boot.
Hey, get off my ass, right?
Hey, I've got a thick Southern accent, so like,
Yeah.
dang, bud.
Hell yeah, brother.
Where are you from? Where's that the Southern accent from?
Yeah, North Carolina.
Oh, okay, come on and raise up. Probably. Yes, sir. Sax God Super Chat 1999. Thank you for supporting us on that level. I've always wanted to say that.
So we just have a bunch of Southern gentlemen in the chat is what I'm seeing there.
Yeah.
A bunch of them. Well, I never.
Where are you from, C Diesel?
I am from Georgia, Middle Georgia.
Nice.
Cool.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Georgia.
Where all the Marvel movies.
There you go.
Sweet
Pretty
tea.
much, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Once you go far out,
What's that?
we don't get you like you're crazy.
It's breaking up.
Breaking up.
My bad.
Yeah,
So if you
I
go,
think it's Freddie. Freddie's typing. His mic's picking up. Oh no, I can't hear you.
hear me now?
One
Yeah, I
second.
can hear you now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
No, I was just saying if you go too far west north, you get to the way they don't have sweet tea anymore. You go to McDonald's, they look at you like you asked for kryptonite or something.
I know what he's saying. He was saying you go too far out, they don't have sweet tea anymore, and people look at you like you're crazy.
Yes.
In Texas, that you get either or. They have both kinds everywhere you go, but every once in a while you have a place. I've spent most of my life in the restaurant business, and you'll get a table as a server and they'll say, "Can I get some tea?" And you say, "Sweet or unsweet?" And they say, "Sweet." And then you're like, "Oh, we don't have sweet." And they're like, "What?" They're like outraged, and they're like ready to leave. We're not going to eat here. Y'all don't have sweet tea. And I go, "Hold on, are you from Georgia?" And they go, "Yeah, how did you know?" And I go, "Because you're about to walk out because we don't have sweet tea." That's what people from Georgia are serious about sweet tea. I love sweet tea, but it's serious. When did you ever think we would be having a conversation about sweet tea on small screen? This is a weird day.
So I have a question for Leroy. I think Fred's still trying to talk. So Fred, I've known some friends from Britain who like are just amazed, and they're like, they put ice in their tea, like just baffled and assaulted. Leroy, what about over there in Jamaica? Do y'all have iced tea over there? Because I know it's hot in Jamaica.
Yes.
Do y'all have sweet tea as well?
Yes, but it's not so sweet. It just right.
Oh, there you
just
go.
Right. There you go.
Gotta get that diabetes, man. Come on now.
Fred working on it. He's trying to talk.
Edward's gonna be like, Clint, what did you do to my show? Y'all were talking about tea. Talking about tea. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. What a day. 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe I'm looking down and seeing super chats on here. This is great.
It's awesome.
It's
Again,
cool.
Congratulations, guys.
It's a thing. Thank you guys so much. It's a thing you look to and you're like, one of these days when we hit that mark, we can we could do that. It's going to be awesome. And you talk about it for a long time, but it's pretty cool. I've only been YouTubing for a year. Again, I jumped on this train. It was already moving, but it's cool. This is fun and exciting, and it's cool to be part of a channel with such a supportive fan base out here. And it's more of a friend base than a fan base. Fan base is more like a band thing. I've played in a band that was successful that had fans, that went, but this is more like a family. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It was very nice. And then we had to invite Curtis and EJ Bass. But hey, we can't win them all. So.
Well,
Hey, sorry.
EJ, you look familiar. Did you ever go to Godzilla Fest?
Nope.
Oh, never mind.
You're
dead to me then.
In your face.
Huh?
So here's something we haven't talked about really is we're not going to get too much into it because we've got a video coming out tomorrow. But what'd you guys all think of the Matrix trailer?
Oh, stoked.
Awesome. It's good. I like it. I love it. It's good.
So me and Ethan did a review for the teaser trailer and the regular trailer. For me, the teaser trailer was really dope, and I was like super hyped. And I was
you're breaking up, bro.
Slightly confused. I'm slightly confused as to the direction they're going in for the regular trailer. Like when I saw the regular trailer, because I'm just like, is this more of an action movie now versus like what they were kind of going for before? I don't really quite get the concept.
Well,
that's the fun of it. It's like what the hell is going on? We don't know what's going on. That's
what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, I sent Clint a video. I think I know what you're talking about. The first teaser trailer I saw for the original Matrix was in the theater. It was like a year before it came out, and it was just basically quick shots of the film, and then what is the Matrix at the end of it, and it just blew me away, and it piqued my interest, and I was so hyped from day one. And then when I saw that teaser trailer for Matrix Resurrections, it was the same kind of feeling, But with the direction they're going in with the trailer and with the film. You're gonna have to watch our video tomorrow, Diesel. Okay, and then that'll explain it all for you. But
I'm a small screen subscriber at this one. I have to.
Have you seen Matrix Reloaded, and Matrix Resurrections, Revolutions, right?
Revolution,
Yeah. So at the end, Yeah. So at the end, he makes a deal with the machines, and then he goes away from Zion, right? But he's not really in the Matrix. So where has Neo been this whole time? And then there's a whole stuff that haven't been in the movies, like the Animatrix, the Enter the Matrix game for the PlayStation 2, and then the online, the Matrix Online, the MMORPG that they made that was till 2009, and all that is considered canon by the Wachowskis, right? Because they said like any extension of the Matrix in any other media, we want our viewers to work for it and to dig, and then have to experience it like we've experienced it. So it's all canon. So you can look into those, and that'll give you hints as to where they're taking the film. I'm sure they'll just pick and choose, like Disney has been doing with Marvel from the comic books, and with like the Mandalorian from like their extended universe and the Star Wars to what they actually use. But I think it's a really good concept, and I'm really happy that the movie comes out soon in December. We get Spider-Man No Way Home, then we get The Matrix right after. That's absolutely brilliant.
It's gonna be pretty awesome.
So I'm assuming.
Go ahead.
No, I'm assuming the Wachowskis. Do they still have creative control?
Lana Wachowski directed this one. Her brother didn't. So
No,
I
but
think he had some, but yeah, they still have creative control. I mean, Warner Brothers has been floundering, Leroy? Warner Brothers has been floundering. So if they didn't give creative control to Lana Wachowski, then it would have just been a mess.
Yeah. Probably been terrible.
Yeah.
Fanboy,
People are going to complain about this movie. The haters are going to complain about this movie, but do not listen to them. Watch it yourself and judge for yourselves.
Yeah, that's it. You just
what I do with everything.
watch a film and come up with your own conclusions, you know?
They're going to find fault. We must not listen to them.
All right.
I think it's going to be awesome, dude. Like I'm commenting to people in the chat right now. He saw me looking down. And he's like, I'm gonna put him on the screen while he's looking down. Yeah, dude. I think the movie's going to be awesome. Are you kidding me? I don't know what the hell's going on, but it looks fantastic. Like it looks cool. And here's my take on this: is you have Neo learning and figuring out and understanding what he can do and all that in the first Matrix, and then all of a sudden he's like, cool, I can do anything, and that's only so exciting because that's only so exciting. It's like, cool, it's like a guy that can bend and do anything. And so they have a couple of what's that?
It's the Superman syndrome.
Yeah, and so then you have a couple of movies, and everybody's like, everyone is like, oh, the second and the third aren't as great. It's just kind of the first one's the best movie ever, and then it just kind of, which I enjoyed all of them because I like everything. But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, dude, if we don't know what the storyline means. We don't know exactly, but you can tell from the trailer he doesn't know who he is or what he can do. And that means he has to learn how to do what he does. And so it's going to be fun. It'll be just like the first one. We're going to watch him learn how to be awesome. And then we're going to be like, yeah, you can do it. Yeah. And then when he finally does it, we're going to be high-fiving in the theaters, and it's going to be badass. Boom.
Well, it's called Resurrections. So, yeah.
Yes.
Who died? He just revives in the Matrix again somehow. Because I guess at the end of the last movie, they kind of absorbed him. We seen him getting pulled away, by all the machines.
Sure.
With stuff like this, though, it always makes me wonder, like, what are they doing with this? And it's not just the Matrix, but a lot of the older franchises they're resurrecting or whatever. Like, what are they doing with it? Like, because some of them have tried the pass the torch thing to keep the franchise rolling. Some of them have just like reinvigorated the franchise, and the stars want to come back for it. That's kind of rare, but like, what are they doing with it? Like, what are they trying to do here? Yeah. Except to me, a Debbie Downer over here, but like, except cash in on nostalgia. Like, I always worry about stuff like this.
Well, I think the studio wants to cash in on it, but I don't think Lana Wachowski does. I don't think the creators do.
They're pretty passionate about it.
Yeah, I wondered that. I was like,
I hope so. No, go ahead, come back.
I was gonna say I wondered about that with like some of the younger cast members that are being introduced to this one. Are they gonna try and run with it and kind of like getting younger people into the MCU, because you know you don't want to cast this guy, he's too old. You want to continue for 5 or 10 years, so you want younger people. Now we got new younger people into the Matrix. Are they gonna run with? Are they gonna put them up into the spotlight? Maybe kill off Keanu or keep him in it and keep the thing going. Who knows? But like you guys said, the Wachowskis are pretty passionate about it, so maybe they made enough money and they don't need to cash in. I don't know.
That's probably it. And I think okay, so I don't know where I was going there for. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I just with series like this, I'm very fearful over quantity over quality when it comes to stuff like this, in their efforts to try to get a lot of stuff done. But I do have a lot of hope, like you guys said, with the young actors coming in. Yahya is going to be in this. Obviously, Mr. Candyman, I really enjoyed him, and other stuff he's doing. I think he was Dr. Manhattan also, and a bunch of other stuff. So if they want to bring him in for a couple movies, I think he's an excellent actor, so that'd be great. But I just worry about them stretching the plot for like 4 movies versus them having this one movie into the amazing story in this one movie. If you can tell the best story in this one movie, I prefer the one over like 15 if they want to produce sort of money.
Yeah, but I think if we get another trilogy from the Matrix, I think we'll do well, because they learn their lessons from Reloaded and Revolution. You know, so and I remember I was going to say, Clint, is the Expendables 3 tried that. They tried to pass the torch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Statham, but it didn't really work. So, but if anyone can pull it off, it would be the Matrix, because the whole world is set up for that way, right?
What? And I was thinking like they might introduce a thing where Neo is not the one. The one actually occurs within this film or something like that. But I don't know. I'm not deep in the lore.
They kind of did that with Terminator, the latest Terminator film too, right? It wasn't Linda Hamilton anymore. It was the other woman.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother conversation, man.
It didn't work.
No, it did not work.
Did not work at all.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen's a badass actor. I'm really excited to see what they. I hope he has a big part in this movie. Like I really liked him in Candyman a lot, and just anything he's in, he's always really good.
Black Manta and Aquaman.
What's that, Leroy?
Aquaman.
Plays Black Manta and Aquaman.
Oh yeah.
We don't talk about that one.
He's going to appear in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Hey guys, I'm gonna step out for about 10 seconds. I thought I was home alone, and I'm smelling cooking or smoke coming from the house. I'm gonna make sure the house is not burning down. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's check on that. We don't need you burning down.
Hey, that makes for good TV, man. Get back here.
Fair enough.
The camera on.
Anything for the ratings.
So what did you think of the latest Terminator film, actually?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh man. So we've got 3 different endings to the Terminator franchise. You got Terminator 3, you've got Genesis, and then you've got Dark Fate. Honestly, looking back now, I prefer Terminator 3 the best. The latest one, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like they're redoing it again in 10 years? The third time in 10 years? Or like it didn't make it for me. John Connor wasn't the one. Yeah, like I didn't like it. I really wanted to. I don't know why, but I really wanted to. I did like Genesis because it was just so balls out crazy. Like it was just everywhere, and it brought in the TV show. It was like a multiverse movie, so I enjoyed it. But to me, the best ending for the franchise was honestly 3, where that day's inevitable.
And they're in the bunker. Yeah,
and they're in the bunker. Yeah. And whenever Terminator grabs John Connor and he's like about to, he's choking him and he's like, "You fucking machine," and then he's like, "Anger is more productive than despair," like, and drops it. I mean, it's a good movie. At the time, nothing could compare to 2, but go back and watch them. And to me, that was the best thing in the franchise for me.
3 was good, but it was a little bit too safe, like the cock the hand moment, and you know what I mean. But if it did have the end, that was good. But if we didn't have Genesis, and what was the one where like John Connor turned into a robot?
That's Genesis. Yeah.
So what's the one with Christian Bale? I always forget.
Terminator
Salvation. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
If we didn't have Salvation and we didn't have Genesis, I think Dark Fate would have been a good continuation, like a soft reboot, kind of. Kind of like what J.J. Abrams did with Star Trek. So if you just went from like Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Terminator 3, then you had that break, right? Didn't have anything in between, and then you had Dark Fate, I think it would have done a lot better. But it's so much Terminator fatigue.
And I didn't recognize exactly. Yes, it's confusing and there's fatigue to it. And I don't understand why they don't recognize 3. Like, to me, I thought 3 fit in there until I was reading up on it, and it didn't. So, like, I think they're supposed to put out like 2 or 3 more of them, or they were. I don't know if they still are, but
it's not going to happen. No,
I mean, I still would have seen them, but
what's that?
It failed. They're not going to do any more because this one fails.
Yeah.
Well, Paramount doesn't know what they're doing these days. Is it Paramount or is it Fox? That's a Paramount property.
Paramount,
yeah.
These films, they lack innovation to me. Like, they try to like, all right, we'll do a cookie cutter story and try to tell it in a different way. But I'm like, man, just to me, I'd rather back these young, hungry people rather than try to just pull out as many IPs that you can out of the closet and try to reboot them. And you're just trying to make money off nostalgia at that point, when there's a lot of more stories that can be told.
And they're not expanding the universe. Like, Salvation tried to do that, and honestly, I want a good movie about like the robot war. Like, I want that. It just, to me, Salvation was not a good movie. Like, it was
didn't work. Yeah.
I don't remember anything from it, so I don't even know if I've seen it. But
you remember the helicopter flipping over?
No. Like, I don't even know if I've seen
them. About all I remember. I thought that scene was pretty cool at the beginning, but other than that, it's kind of forgettable.
Paramount, I think Paramount needs to go back to what they did in like the 70s and the 80s. They let a lot of directors find homes there and come up with like so many good films. But they're not now. They're just trying to be franchise driven. They're driving Star Trek into the ground. They advertise Star Trek on Paramount Plus here in Canada, but you can't get it because Space Channel has that rights to it, so it's false advertising. So they couldn't even check out Star Trek Star Trek Lower Decks. Discovery I watched for like one season, and I was like, eh. But they have like, the only thing that they have going with them really right now is Mission Impossible, and that's because of Tom Cruise. And Christopher McQuarrie, like, he's such a brilliant director. I don't know if you ever saw Wave the Gun. You want to?
Yeah, sorry, it's great.
Oh, yeah, Benicio del Toro, Ryan Felipe. He's so good.
I think Clint got back. There you go.
Hey, I'm back.
Clint.
Hey. Everything on fire still?
Everything okay, Clint?
My roommate got home and was burning something in
he was trying to make a Hamada burger.
I was like, I think that's exactly what he was doing. I'm like, dude, fire, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, so anyway, I'm back. I heard that Christopher Nolan went with Universal. That was interesting news.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of people are upset about that, but I mean,
what are they upset about?
Just because he's not at Warner Brothers anymore, but it doesn't matter where he goes. He's still going to get the creative freedom. Like, he's going to earn that prestige to pun it. You know what I mean? Like, so he'll have the creative freedom and maybe even a bigger budget. We'll see. So, Universal needs a hard hitter. They need a heavy hitter.
If Nolan was around, they would leave. They wouldn't touch Zack Snyder. If Nolan was around, none of them wouldn't touch Zack Snyder. They wouldn't touch Justice League if he was around. And I think he should stay around at that time.
Well, maybe Nolan left because he wasn't getting along with Warner Brothers, and we never heard about it because he's a very quiet and private guy, right?
Yeah.
And so, and then Zack Snyder got the tail end of that.
And he's really good friends with Zack Snyder too. Like, they probably all are like, man, F these guys. Let's get out of here,
With Warner Brothers and DC in general, apparently they are so like hyper protective of their properties that they can't allow, like, they just don't allow that much creative freedom for directors or story writers. I know that's been the case for DC for a long time, and with Warner Brothers in general, it seems to be just kind of carrying over. They don't, I'm not saying make it like Superman some criminal or something like, or go off the rails with it, but they don't allow enough creative freedom to like open new ideas. So it's kind of retelling the same story.
Excuse me for saying this. Forgive me for saying this, with all due respect, Warner Brothers are clones. Their cowards are clones, and all of them need to go. All of them should go.
I got a little hot take. Let me know.
Yes, that definitely needed applause. That was
Every one of them should go. Warner Brothers right now should all go. They're a bunch of cowards and clones.
Well, Warner Brothers has always meddled with their creators since the 80s. So in like the 60s, it was okay. In the 50s and 60s, it was always studio-driven films, and it was the producers who got the big credit. It wasn't the directors. Then in the 70s, we had Francis Ford Coppola. We had, and then he trained like Steven Spielberg, and we had Dennis Hopper come in, and Warren Beatty, and all these now, and Martin Scorsese. Now it's all director driven. You know, Michael Cimino. But then Michael Cimino made Heaven's Gate after Deer Hunter, and that was like the biggest flop of all time, pretty much, right? So then the studios got scared of director driven films, and then it started going back to committee, like in the 80s and the 90s, and now we're in this like 40 years later after the director driven era. All the directors that actually have talent and want to do something new, they start their own studios, or they'll go to streaming services. Like if you look at Robert Rodriguez, right? He's got his own production studio, his own post-production studio. He went the George Lucas way without having to deal with the corporations. So hopefully we'll get a renaissance period which I highly doubt now, because everything is so oversaturated and there's so much stuff out there. But I really want a director-driven approach again to filmmaking, and I think if the studios took that, I'm almost done, Curtis Baker. And I think if the studios did that, right? I think if the studios actually took a chance on directors, there's only a few like Christopher Nolan, Christopher McQuarrie, Tarantino. Rodriguez, they don't like to play with him that much because he likes to do his own thing. But yeah, if they did that, then we would see a lot more people being drawn to new stuff. Now everything is reboots and recycled, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Curtis?
No, I was going to say that. See, I think one of the issues with that is that there used to be smaller studios to take that on. I think any of these bigger studios, especially Disney and Warner Brothers, need to at least split, not but split their markets, because there has to be some like creative wild side, and then there has to be, there's always going to be a corporate, money driven side. In the past, there were smaller studios that would take on that creative wild side, and when shit took off, it took off. The crowds liked it, and half the time they didn't even pick it. We're talking about Patrick Swayze later. Their Dirty Dancing wasn't expected to be a hit, and it went crazy. Like, there has to be something that's not done by committee. There has to be. And Toho, I'm a big Godzilla fan, but Toho has been allowing creative control to like spread out for Godzilla, and it's helped them so much. Not just the American stuff, but the Japanese stuff as well. They've allowed new ideas, new creative things to come in. And so if they've got a split, like they should have, for Disney, Marvel, and Fox, for Warner Brothers and something else.
What's crazy
give it a shot.
What's crazy is now you have all these streaming services and all these big companies that are going in, and it's a streaming war. So people are going in and they're just snatching up all this IP, and it's like anything that's clever. Somebody's got their sound up a little bit. I can hear. I'm getting feedback, but
now Clint loves hearing himself. He's not complaining. He's just pointing out a fact.
No, but like they're going in, and you got Mark Miller stuff getting snatched up. You got Why the Last Man just came out, and just anything that was cool, that was a comic. Okay, comics are hot right now. Let's right now for the last 20 years. Let's go find everything, and all of a sudden, it sucks because there's a lot of creative new comic book writers and artists and things and cool stories out there, but they're trying to find all the greatest hits and buy them up, and it doesn't give opportunities to some really smart storytellers out there. I wish that they would get out there and do a little digging and find something creative and new,
I will say I got a little hot take, I guess. Let me know if it's too spicy, a little picante, if you will.
What do you got?
I feel like the MCU was one of the best and worst things when it first cinema in like the last 10 years. Because the amount of money they made, I feel like every studio is in a rush to try to build their MCU. It's like there's no more, oh, it's a single movie. It's like we need to have an expanded universe. But the difficult thing is they're trying to rush it and like build this universe in like 1 to 2 movies. When that whole thing took like half my lifetime, like from me being a fan of nerd stuff like 10 years old to now, and building, and people expect. I guess the DC universe is like the main example of them trying to like through 3 movies, but whole DC expanded universe. But it's in everything, and you don't really see a lot of creators that you don't see a lot of the time and love being put into movies anymore. It's just like this is the prime example. We'll just take these IPs, like you said earlier, and just throw money at them and throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. And if something sticks, keep spamming that thing out until we can get as much money out of that as we can until people don't watch it anymore.
No, I agree. And that's look what happened with Warner Brothers. They tried that extended universe, try to make it in like 2 films, and same with Universal with their Monster Universe. They announced it even before they had any plans, right?
Yeah.
If they're gonna copy, do it right and take the 10 years to set up the universe, right? And see if it works. And then you rewrite and then you do it. We got some comments here. We got to catch up.
Instead of making Jupiter's Legacy.
Oh God!
All right. I had to dig at that.
Well,
I always
we'll
dig at
there.
that show.
We'll get there in a minute. We got Rajni says T3 and Salvation were terrible. Terminator Genesis was a nothing, and Dark Fate killed the entire movie universe. T1 and 2 were the only ones. I agree, but you know what? I still like T3, and I still like Terminator Dark Fate. I think they were very competent films.
Raj, what's the best of the worst then? So if you're saying, I agree, T1 and T2 were amazing, but of the endings, what would you say is your favorite?
I think it's between Genesis and Dark Fate, but we'll see what he says.
I smell a Versus episode on Terminators coming soon. Yes, that's going to
get me on there.
Rajneesh, that's happening. That's going to happen.
Get me on there. Kaz says traveling the future is a far more interesting approach. Yep. So he agrees with you, Curtis, about wanting to see that film. I would too, but having it grounded in real world stakes actually helps a lot too. You know what I mean?
I agree with
yeah.
But it's been building it up to that for
sure,
30 years.
Right? Yeah, it was supposed to be that Avengers Endgame. So Rajneesh says WB are severely incompetent and have pissed off everyone. Nolan left because he was pissed off at WB management. The merger will be about pushing it out, the old regime, and damage control. You have anything to say about that, Leroy?
I agree. Let me talk. I'd love to clean house, get rid of all these clones, all of them, including Walter Mother, and bring back Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
get rid of all these clones. Clean house.
You want to get rid of Walter Hamada?
Get rid of Walter Hamada, everybody.
David Zaslav.
It's like, fuck it, you know. I
mean, Zaslav's going to clean a little house when it all goes through. He's going to have his people he likes working with. Anytime there's a new regime, there's a little house cleaning. We'll see. It's going to be. We should take bets to see who stays and who goes.
Right.
Make some kind of raffle. Make some kind of game out of it.
But I've been saying it from 2018. All these clones should go. All of them should go. And people are against me for it. I don't care. They should all go.
But and see, that's the thing too. They need someone in charge, like a Feige or something like that. I know they've hired several people to do that, but you might not like what Snyder did with the heroes, but he had a vision for the heroes, and if it would have been followed through, people could have been like, "Oh, this is bad" or whatever. But he had an overall vision. It's from the films, it seems like at least that of what to do, and that's what a Feige is. Like he's got an overall vision. He talks to the writers, he talks to everybody, and then they make it flow. Sometimes
Curtis, did you watch the History of Snyderverse video?
I have not. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
what? Hey,
You got rid of him.
I just watched it. It was awesome.
But no, you're right though. You're right though, because Snyder was collaborating with Jim Lee and Jeff Johns, unfortunately, but like collaborating with them all to have an overarching universe. But because of the bad reception from BVS, WB decided, because they don't stick behind anything that they support, to change it and brought
They're like
in
the
Joss
Cowboys
Whedon.
of movies. Like, you know,
Yeah,
give them a couple
but-
years and then just move on.
Is that a sports ball reference?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Hey, let me
go
ask-
watch the history of the Snyderverse video, and that explains
I will.
everything.
I definitely will.
Well,
Okay,
they got.
go ahead, Clint.
I was going to say they have a HBO's got a Gotham PD thing in the works, and now I just heard I heard that they've got a Penguin show. Show in the works with Colin Farrell, who is a badass actor, and he's supposed to be awesome in this new Batman movie coming out.
I don't think that show is going to happen.
You don't think so?
Oh,
no, Colin Farrell.
I hope it doesn't happen.
Colin Farrell, man, he likes to pick and choose his projects, you know. And I think he learned his lesson with Total Recall, the reboot. He's like, no, I'm gonna, because he's a complicated guy and he's a really good actor. He's underrated. Have you ever watched In Bruges or anything? But
Underrated, but some people they either got amazing agents or they just don't. They pick because he hadn't been anything good in a while. I mean, damn, forever. And if so, like being attached to a Batman property, just do it, dude. Like
he was in True Detective, though. He was good in True Detective. You watched that? Oh yeah.
True Detective was good.
Yeah. Anyone involved with True Detective was really well.
But I mean, he was the hot guy, and then go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, he was the hottest of the hot, and then he kind of fell off because he was in all these crappy movies. And
that's what happens. It's like it even happened with Gene Hackman. You start taking money for the pay, right? Or what you got to listen to your management, but not listen to them. And I think that's why when he went off and he did In Bruges, then he started like, okay, I'm gonna start doing what I want to do, right? So
yep.
Yeah.
Varieties.
I'm gonna have to head out. My son just got back from practice.
Okay, brother.
All right.
Take it easy, man. Thanks
have a good
thanks
one.
for popping on,
Thanks
man.
for having me on the show.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Congrats on the subs, guys. That's really awesome.
Thanks, man.
All right.
You, man.
All right, have a good night. High five your son for us.
I will.
All right.
I've
got a. Can I go through the comments quick? What were we gonna say?
I was just going to say I have an article from Variety that says Batman spin-off series about Penguin in early development at HBO Max. HBO Max is developing a series about the Penguin that will be a spin-off of the Batman feature. Variety has learned from sources. Colin Farrell is set to play the notorious supervillain in the Batman. According to sources, Farrell has been approached to star in the spin-off series, but no deal is currently in place. Sources also say that Lauren LaFranc is attached to write the script for the project, which is in its very early stages. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're not going to have enough.
Variety.
They're not going to have enough money for Colin Farrell, or
They're
if
gonna
they do, then he's only going to be in the series for like he'll show up for like 3 days or something. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
they're going to use Danny DeVito for the most of the series, and then for a couple episodes, it's going to be Colin Farrell.
I'd watch that.
I think my boy my Penguin from Gotham. I think that.
Oh, he's awesome. I like
Yeah,
him.
that guy was
good.
good.
Yeah,
I
he's
enjoyed that.
great.
Spooky Bass says, "What if they did one where the current Protector Terminator takes Sarah and John and some other characters and go to the future and takes out the original Terminators and the Protector Terminator dies?" That's not bad, but if they're taking the people they're supposed to protect into the Wasp's nest.
Yes, but how are you supposed to?
I was wondering who he was talking to. I was like, what?
Spooky Bats is in the house.
I thought it was
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
I said I turned down my speaker, not turn it down. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, man.
All right.
You're panicking there for a minute. It's all good, Leroy.
Yeah.
Bats. One of the characters could be Miles Dyson before he died, since he would have the original code for Skynet and would be able to take it down the future. Yeah. Okay. So we're writing our
There could be all these
Terminator
ideas. That's
script.
what I'm saying. Like they keep rehashing the same thing, and I love Arnold, but like he's he doesn't have much longer where he can do these roles. Like, and I don't want to see another CG Arnold. Like
You
they
shut
have
your
to,
mouth.
They have to either pass the torch or they're going to reboot it, and it's not going to be done as well. Like but they could, take it off in a different direction. Don't try to redo something good. Redo something that's okay or something that's bad. Redo that. Don't do something good. Pass on the torch, but in a different direction. Not just like, do the future. You could have, future wars, or you could have them going back in time and all this other stuff. Like there's a whole universe there that they didn't think about because they didn't have, universes back then. If they can build it now.
Or we can.
He's never still old. He's never too old. No, sir. He's never too old.
We can get the Rock to be the Terminator. He's buff.
Shut your word hole.
Yeah.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Then the hell with you.
The hell with you.
The hell you will.
Who the hell are you?
That's what Warner Brothers would do. I know. We'll get the Rock to be the Terminator. He's the biggest star in the world. It'll be fantastic.
It's gonna happen.
Things will never be the same.
That's my nerd executive voice.
This pandemic kills movies too. The pandemic, to what's going on right now, kills the box office to a certain way. This pandemic.
Of course, yeah. That's
Jamaica is suffering for 3 days. Really kills. It really spoils everything.
Everything.
Yeah, a lot of movies. They took a hit.
Only Shang-Chi has been able to survive, in this theater.
James, have you seen Shang-Chi, James?
Shang-Chi, come on, man.
No, I haven't seen it. I don't know when it's going to come to town.
Oh.
Diesel, have you seen Shang-Chi?
I think Free Guys.
Enjoy it.
Huh?
Diesel, how do you feel?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Shang-Chi, Diesel?
I'll be right
Diesel?
back. I'll be right back.
See, Diesel, Curtis is the only person that doesn't like Shang-Chi. So I want to know how you feel about it, which is great because we do a show together so we can argue about it. But how did you feel about it?
So yeah, me and Ethan did a whole reaction on it. I'm a little biased because wuxia and martial arts flicks, like those flicks in that ancient feudal Japan, that's my nerd central. Like I think it's like, to me, one of the most beautiful times in the world in general. Like the music, the martial arts, I enjoyed. It was very. They had a person from Jackie Chan's stunt team for a lot of choreography there. So you have certain scenes. I won't spoil the particular scene, but I'm pretty sure you know what I mean with the trailer. They showed the skyscraper scene. If you know what I'm talking about, they have a lot of that choreography is very reminiscent to a lot of Jackie Chan stuff. They tried to like take all the best martial arts movies they could find from like Michelle Yeoh from Crouching Tiger. You had people from Dan's team, people from Bruce Lee's team, and it did fall short in some places. But overall, I really liked it. I liked a lot of the actors that were already in this. Michelle Yeoh, I love Crouching Tiger. Simu Liu, I've seen him in a couple stuff. I think he's a hilarious dude. Overall, I think it was a good movie. I think I gave it like an 8.5 out of 10. Me and Ethan did.
Yeah, I was in a Tomb Raider fan film with Simu Liu.
Really? He's dope, man. He had like a show on Netflix that was really funny to me. Like he's a dope human.
Yeah, he got famous. Yeah. He doesn't talk to me anymore.
Kim's Convenience. Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah, I love that show.
It doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. It feels like a Jackie Chan movie to me. It doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. It feels like a Jackie Chan movie, but it's good. I enjoy it.
That's what I love of it. It didn't feel so cookie cutter. Marvel movies were really formulaic, and it felt different and refreshing to me.
So for me, it felt I'm in the opposite camp, and it's a very lonely camp apparently, but it felt very Marvel to me. Now, and I'll have a caveat here that we had just done like 4 martial arts films for Versus the week before, so I had been inundated with just awesome martial arts movies.
Watching Ip Man, watch a bunch of Ip Man, and then you go see something
Man, and then
gonna feel watered down.
It didn't. The martial arts fighting was not.
Man, sorry, Curtis, but if you watch anything directed by Wilson Yip, starring Donnie Yen, then like anything else you watch is not going to be as good.
But
I'm
was
like you, Diesel. I'm a huge fan of Chinese Hong Kong martial arts cinema.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to say that I am, but I know I'm going to lose that battle with some of the people here. But I definitely like. I do enjoy it. I've seen some good stuff, and it didn't fall like it didn't make in that category. I'm like, okay. literally the middle, it was 2 hours and 15 minutes. I was trying to stay awake. It was like like you said, they try to put a bunch of stuff in there, which is I understand. I agree with that, but to me, it didn't mix well. Like they had the fantasy thing, and they had the street thing, because Shang-Chi's like was a street comic book guy. Like he was and it just did not mix well. It was like kind of a mess. Like it was like they had more than one movie planned, and they forced it all into this one because they didn't know how well it was going to do. Like it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but to me, it was the worst. I need to rewatch it. I'll admit, but it was the worst Marvel movie I've seen. So I haven't seen Scarlet Witch. So
interesting.
Yeah,
not Scarlet Witch. Black Widow. I haven't seen Black Widow. Sorry.
Honestly, dude, I think you were just tired. I honestly, I feel like you're just tired. It was different.
I went at 3 in the afternoon with my son. Like I was not tired. Like
if you're falling asleep, it was like it was an adventure show. Like shows that are an adventure. You start off here,
then it's like,
and then you have then some stuff goes down, and you have to go over there, and then you end up over there.
His dad's a terrorist, and then it's like, okay,
Hey,
that's cool.
We got a super chat.
Oh, what do we got?
Very fair.
Curtis doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me.
Thank you for the super chat.
Somebody spent $5 to tell you that, Curtis, just so you know.
That's fine. Like I know what I'm talking about. I can explain my point. You do not have to agree with me.
I think it's good.
But
I'm
just saying, like, as if like.
Not bad.
Now, Curtis,
I do agree with you in a lot of ways. Obviously I'm really biased. This is like my favorite portion of like cinema in general. So I'm really biased. So I could be looking at this through like a rose-colored lens, rose-colored glasses.
I want to say I agree with you, Curtis. If we reframed the statement that it's not as good as they say it is in the press, or that maybe the audience score says, I'll say that, because it's like the highest rated audience approval score in the history of Marvel. That's a little overkill for me, because I'm like, what about Endgame? Come on, there's a lot of stuff that I enjoyed more than Shang-Chi, but I really enjoyed Shang-Chi. I had a great time. It was a fun adventure. It was a different kind of story than some of the other stuff we're used to, and I love when Marvel does that, when they take, okay, it's got a Marvel badge on it, but it's a little different than the other stuff. I like that Ant-Man and Captain America are two completely different things, and to get something and to include the wuxia fantasy stuff, that is super cool. And like all of a sudden, it's like you said, it's first is Rumble in the Bronx, then all of a sudden it's some weird Fight Club thing, and then all of a sudden we're dealing with a crime lord situation, and then all of a sudden we're in a fantasy realm with dragons. What the hell is going on? But it was a fun adventure. I'm cool. I'm glad they took us there.
You enjoyed the what the hell is going on. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like I didn't. So I'm not saying, again, my son was there. He's 6 years old. He thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not saying it's a bad film. I just didn't like it.
I will say I think it suffers a little bit from the Black Panther dilemma. For being, hopefully this isn't going to shock the internet at all. I think a lot of people at this point have said it. I don't think people will come for me because I'm black when I'm talking about it, but I feel like a lot of Black Panther was the what it meant for cinema, or like the representation at that point in time.
I agree with that. No,
yeah, because the movie to me wasn't like, I enjoy watching Black Panther a lot, but people just about it. But
hey, say that again, man. You cut out for just a second. Repeat that last statement.
I said I don't really necessarily think Black Panther was that great of a movie, just based if I'm looking at it through like cinema standards. But what it meant for Black culture and what it meant for people that wanted representation and things like that, it meant a lot. So I enjoyed the launch of it more than the movie itself.
And that's the thing, like the representation, and I think he's going to be a good character from here on. Like I don't think it's going to be like he's going to just disappear or anything like that. He's going to be a major character, and he's going to do well. But like the movie as a whole, I was just kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, I thought, what I liked about both Black Panther and Shang-Chi is, for me, they were deeper cuts for me because I like grew up, I was all into Batman and Iron Man's, like some of the other stuff. I didn't get into all of the characters. I only got into some characters, I mean, I'm not as big. I was busy playing music, and I was not as big of a nerd as a lot of the people that are in the chat right now, you know what I mean? So it's like, so when I went and saw the Black Panther, I didn't already know the whole story, so it was fun for me to see a new story. That's another reason it was fun for me to see Shang-Chi. I didn't know all of the Shang-Chi story, so for me, I like that part of it instead of how many times, how many Spider-Man's reboots are we going to watch? You know what I mean? How many Batman reboots are you going to watch? It's like all of a sudden you get a new character with new stuff. So I really like that. Let me ask you this, and when I say you, I mean any of you. What do you think about China not liking Simu Liu and not wanting to put this film in China? What do you think that's going to do with Avengers? Are they like, oh, are we not going to put him in Avengers now? Avengers 5, if he was ever going to show up in that, because all of a sudden they're like, oh crap, this is going to keep Avengers 5 from going into China. Like, is that going to turn into a problem? You think? Anybody think?
I believe it's what he said. He should have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah,
in my opinion, he should be smart and be careful at what he say, because SJW are very sensitive. So he should be careful at how he talks. But I'm hearing that his career is in trouble. But I hope for the best. But he should be careful at how he talks.
I hope Simu Liu.
Oh,
because now anything he ever wants to do in the future, that if they have that's a major thing, they're going to want it in China. And if China doesn't want you, you're banned from China, then like they're not going to want you. Yeah, they're not going to give him a role in a new Star Wars movie. We can't get it in China. You know what I mean? Like, so it's what I wonder about Shang-Chi coming in the future.
He's very passionate about his views online. I've noticed on the social media.
Yeah, not even the China thing, just calling out his boss saying, my movie's an experiment, blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
which I think, honestly, I messaged him. I'm like, hey, do you like, is there some behind the scenes stuff I'm missing here? Or do you think it was just out of context? Because he was talking about how it was an experiment of the box office, not about race.
Right. For the pandemic, during a pandemic. And
do you think it was like, there's more between the lines that you can't talk about? And if that's cool, just let me know. He didn't get back to me, but like that kind of shocked me that he went there, because he was clearly, and I don't like Bob Chapek.
Or Bob Chapek.
I don't like Bob Chapek at all, but like he was clearly talking about the box office experiment, not something about race, especially in an investors meeting.
This wasn't about race. This was like Bob Chapek looking at the business dealings and say, okay, this one we did a day and date. This one we're gonna go straight to theaters. This is a math problem, and I was talking about this the other day. This for Bob Chapek, this is not about art. This is not about talking to talent. This isn't about acting. This isn't about storytelling. This is about money, and it's a math problem to him. And this is an experiment. He's looking at it like an experiment. And he just made the mistake because he's not good at talking to talent of calling it an experiment. And he said that publicly. Whereas somebody who's got some consideration for it being actually supposing to be art would not call art an experiment. Simu is saying, this is an experiment. This is my freaking life. You know what I mean? I put my heart into this movie, and you're calling it an experiment? You're playing games with my movie? Like I spent,
fair enough, but you're still calling out. You're still calling out the boss, dude. Like you're
Simu's tweet was, "We are not an experiment."
Yeah,
he said this is a big. We're not an experiment, and he said this is a big thing for like his for Chinese Americans.
Oh well, maybe he meant it like that. Oh, you're going to see if with the representation, you're going to see if we come out of the woodwork to support my film, like we aren't an. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he took it that way, and Bob Chapek was just talking about box office
money. Yeah, he was talking about money.
But he should be careful. He should have known what he says. He should be careful at how he talks. I heard he called out SJWs and all of that.
either way, that experiment thing has nothing to do with the Chinese government not liking Simu. You know what I mean? Like that is a problem, and it's going to keep coming back in his career over and over.
But it's not his fault that they're prejudiced because he's Canadian Chinese. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. So.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. Like if when it's a business situation, like they're not going to cast you in a major worldwide film if it can't go worldwide. Like you really think like Disney or Warner Brothers is say, hey, we're going to do the right thing, and this is about representation. We don't care about the money. We're going to go ahead and cast this guy to be in this movie, of any race or gender or anything like that, like whatever. No, these guys are business. They're business, and I think that they didn't realize it was going to be a problem when at the beginning, and they probably said, you know what, we'll probably have to jump through some hoops, but we'll get through this. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh crap, do we put him in an Avengers in the future? Are we gonna have to write him out? Like I feel like they might be wondering that. At least the douchebag executives are probably thinking something.
I really hope they don't do it. I really hope they don't do that.
He was awesome. I thought he was great.
I thought he was fine. It wasn't anything he did. I just thought it was a script. I mean, it was just. But go ahead, Diesel. You're trying to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, it's like answering your Clint's first question as far as it being a big issue. I think because China in general is a big proprietor and buyer of American movies in general, I think it may be a little bit of an issue. But with it being Marvel and the equity Marvel's built up over 10 years worldwide and how big of a phenomenon it is, I feel I think it would be a bad look and even worse look for them to write out the only Chinese or Asian American representation they have. And I think they'd lose a lot of fans on that front.
Yes.
Personally, I'm not the one playing with all the money. For me, I take the hit take the chance of just filming him and more stuff, just of how well it was received. And this is Asian Americans Black Panther. Like I remember how big Black Panther was for us. I'm happy for my Asian American brothers and sisters that got that representation. So I think they take the chance on him with how well his movie did. Just because they're going to make money guaranteed from all of America, all over the world. This is the biggest. I don't know. I think people will. I think it'll be a forgettable thing in the future. Honestly, I don't think
he's gonna have a great career in the MCU and in other projects. You know, it's just I think maybe I don't know if they'll sit down to him and say, hey, like social media, we gotta watch this or watch that. You know, I mean, it's all for free speech, but. I mean, if you're messing with the stocks and the money, then that's when they're going to come and say, "Hey, can we work out a solution together?"
They're going to Don Cheadle your ass. They're going to.
I wonder if they're going to John Cena. If they're going to John Cena his ass, where he's got to go make a public apology or something, because I don't think he'll do it. Like he's proud, you know.
And at the same time, At the same time, the Chinese government might not like it, but the people we don't know what the people like yet. You know, that's a different deal. Like.
I had a friend.
I hope for the best. I really hope for the best.
Me too, man. I think Leroy. I think we're all on the same page, man. We all want Simu to keep kicking ass because I really enjoyed that. Even Curtis, who didn't like the movie, he even wants him to do well. You know?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Yeah, and I thought it was cool too. Like they finally got him to a point where he's ready to kick some butt by the end of that movie, and it's a discovery adventure of what he could do, and I want to see him really whoop some ass out, you know.
And we're gonna find out that the Eternals left the 10 rings in the next movie.
I hope not.
You think so?
You know that's where it's headed. Come on.
I hope it's not that simple. Because I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil it. I'm not gonna get to spoilers. Let me stop because Ethan will tell you I'm really bad about that. I'll be talking about a movie and forget that we're doing a spoiler-free section. So let me not get into that.
They don't. No, we're not spoiling anything. That's all speculation on my part. They have no idea where the 10 rings came from. That's how the movie ends. There's no spoilers. That's speculation on my part.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go through
guys.
Comments here.
Yep. Let's look into the comments.
Right,
what do we got?
Yeah, you already showed that one. You already showed that one. That's $10 now. The first one was $5. That's $10 now.
DLW is in the house. I bet almost everyone goes, who wants to take that? That's probably about Terminator. Or anyways, DLW, what's up? Hey, he's got that shirt. Nice. Okay. And Rajni says, directors should pitch their movies. If the studio believes in it, they can greenlight. But beyond that, studios should get out of their own way and let the directors direct.
Raj, what's your favorite Terminator ending?
Yeah, there you go. Answer that, Raj. I do agree, but some oversight is a good thing, I believe. You know, otherwise you're going to end up with Heaven's Gate and Waterworld, which is actually not bad in retrospect, to be honest with you. But
Or The Last Jedi.
Yeah, The Last Jedi actually I really liked. It's not.
I liked it except for a certain parts.
Yeah. Audience is clamoring for a connected singular vision DCU. Suicide Squad did do well due to confusion. Snyderverse really works. It's good and different to the MCU. Variety will keep the CBM genre alive. Do you think the Suicide Squad didn't do well because the bad part of the Snyderverse fans didn't give it a chance? You know?
I really do think it was a lot of it was. Go ahead.
No, you meant the original? That was a question. My bad.
Yeah, this is Suicide Squad.
The James Gunn one. Yeah.
James Gunn.
Actually, I do want to hear what Leroy thinks about this, because you always say like view a movie on its own merits and stuff, but like even before the movie came out, even like weeks before, there was campaigns to review bomb it. There was campaigns to make the Ayer cut trend on the release day of the Suicide Squad, and David Ayer had to go out and say, "Hey guys, let's not do that. Let's support James Gunn. He's a friend of mine." Do you think that had anything to do with the box office or the turnout? Do you think if they respected Snyder's vision and tied this into that universe, it would have done better?
I think so. I think if they respected Snyder's vision and tied it better, it would probably do better. Because James Bond did his own thing and kill off particularly most of the characters. He did his own thing. I think it would probably do better if they tied it with the Snyderverse. And they saw that the original plan, Henry Cavill was to be in it. I heard he was to control Starro, but Walter Mother said no. That spoiler period. If Henry Cavill was in it, it would probably do better, in my opinion. If Henry Cavill make an appearance in it, it would probably do better. But Walter Mother is a clown. He decided to do his own thing. So he failed. Walter Mother failed. And he's going to fail. His Motherverse not going to work. I'm sorry. They should go that route. They should use Henry Cavill. It would probably do better. That's my opinion. Maybe.
Wow. What can I say?
Yeah.
See, Diesel, what do you think?
You're right here. I didn't even know the second one didn't do well. From my perspective, I thought it did pretty well. I
Money wise.
It was a
really,
huge
I guess
flop technically.
Go ahead.
Technically, it was a flop. It flopped in the theaters.
Yes.
The reason for it is there's two reasons. One, the obvious, it's free at home, so people not $30 is free, like free.
Yeah,
like
if you
free.
have.
Do I want to go over with a bunch of potentially sick people that are, and so people are like, I'll stay home and watch it in my living room. I've gotten used to being at home the last year. I'm just going to watch it here.
Well.
What's that?
But if and the pandemic has something to do with it. But if Henry Cavill appear in it, it would do a lot better. People go to the theater and watch Henry Cavill.
It would do better, and I would really enjoy watching Henry Cavill at home for free. I already pay the subscription. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater. I saw it in the theater, and I saw it at home. I saw it the first showing.
Yeah.
I go and see everything in the theater. I'm vaccinated from all 110%. I'm ready. Any movie that comes out, I'm the first showing in the theater. I love movies. I love movie theaters. And I went and saw that opening night, and I loved it. It was fantastic. But there's also a lot of confusion with the other Suicide Squad people that are everyday people that are not the normies, that are not comic nerds, and that don't know all this stuff. My brother, I talked to my brother, and I was like, I told him. He's like, yeah, the second Suicide Squad, that was a reboot, right? And I go, no, it wasn't a reboot. It's like a continuation. It has some of the same characters, it's and I'm like, you named it the same thing. They should have named the second one something else. If they would have named it something else, people would have said, and
named it Operation 2 or something like that, or something.
Task Force X. They could have named it Task Force X.
No, they wanted that Suicide Squad name on there. They wanted that money for the Suicide Squad name.
And you have a lot of people that were like, yeah, the first one was okay. I don't know. I don't want to see the second one. They just didn't care. And it sucks. And it didn't get marketed that well. And it sucks because it was really good. I liked both. We covered both. We covered both movies on Versus, we did an episode. We were like Suicide Squad versus the Suicide Squad. We talked about both movies, and what's funny is I hadn't seen the first one in a long time, and me and Curtis were both like, dude, both of them were really good movies. I
First one
enjoyed
was
both.
good. I love the first Suicide Squad.
I was very surprised. Like I was very surprised. I do want to see the air cut now, but I was
They
very
need to release
surprised
the air cut. That's what they should do. Release the air cut. But
because
they're afraid to release it. They're a bunch of cowards. Scared.
Cowardly clones.
They're clones. Yes, they are clones. Walter Mother is a clone, and he should go. I've been saying it from 2018. Walter Mother should go. All of them should go.
Yeah. Hey, guy.
Wish I held onto a little piece of that thing, because the buzz is any indicator, that movie's gonna make some huge bank.
What buzz?
The internet buzz.
What the fuck is the internet?
The internet is a communications tool used the world over where people can.
They're ruining DC. Walter, they're ruining DC. DC is ruined by WB. They're ruining DC. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if it's ruined, because honestly, going back and looking back at those older or the Snyder films and rewatching them, and to me, like when I first watched them, I wasn't a fan. I thought it was rushed. I thought they were trying to do a Marvelverse way too quick. But going back and rewatching them, I do appreciate them more. Especially, and that's the same with Suicide Squad as well. Like I appreciate it more. At the same time, Roger was right. There was too much confusion with that. I had so many people at work saying like, yeah, it's a remake, and I honestly, I didn't even know until I watched it both of them, and I was like, well, there's enough here. It's basically a sequel to me. I thought it was like there was enough going on there to where it was a sequel. But they need to decide what they're going to do, if they're going to continue or if they're going to reboot. They need to, and they can bring some of the characters back, but they need to decide what they're going to do. And I don't think they have any clue what they're going to do.
Well, isn't that what the new Flash movie is going to do? It's going to reset the universe and put everyone like they did in the Crisis films in the CW. Flash is going to go back in time or go through the multiverse, and then at the end of the film, it'll be all set up where everyone has their own worlds.
Well, if you know, Flashpoint does in the comics, Flashpoint Paradox.
If you know DC Comics, they basically reboot every 10 years. So like,
every summer, man, every summer, everyone has a big Marvel, DC. They all
in
have
my
big
opinion,
Crisis events.
Snyderverse should not wipe out. I know I shouldn't talk about this. I shouldn't say this, but it's a bad idea to wipe out the Snyderverse. It's a bad move. I'm sorry. It's not going to work. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think they're going to do that, but like Leroy, I think it'll have its own pocket universe, right? Like they'll have that. They'll have the Snyderverse over on the left, and they'll have the Flash, the Batman. They'll have like the Batman universe on the right with what's his name? Pattinson. Bat. Yeah. So
in my opinion, go ahead, Leroy.
I hope they don't kill off Batfleck. I hope they don't kill him off. I hope they don't do it. Because Michael Keaton is too old. Michael Keaton should not replace him. Michael Keaton is 70 years old. No, I don't. That's a bad move.
If they kill him off, they'll bring him back. You don't think they'll bring him back? Like he's got to sacrifice himself for like the effect of the film. It all depends if he wants to do it and what happens with the regime. And this is the thing. It's like we've been reporting on this for over a year now, and I've been following this for like since Man of Steel came out, and we keep saying we got to wait until the next movie comes out, or we wait until the next regime change. First it was we'll wait for DC fandom. We'll wait for, and then there'll be a Zack Snyder Justice League announcement, or like we just keep waiting for that next thing to get what the Snyder fans want. But do you think they're gonna announce anything good on DC fandom in October?
I lost faith in DC fandom. The only thing that will hype me for DC fandom, if I see Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck appear and I said they are still Batman and Superman, that would hype me up. But we know it's not going to happen. That's the only thing that will hype me. But I lost faith in DC fandom. I lost faith in Walter Mother.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I don't know why. So they need to get a producer in there that understands that like there are different fans with different fan bases. And this is the comics all over again. The comics have always had alternate timelines. They've always had other worlds in DC. Marvel's already doing What If, and there's several different. You can look up a list on Wikipedia or whatever of the different Earths that exist. The comic universe versus 616. Marvel Universe is 1999. Yeah. I mean, they've done it forever, and they appeal to different fan bases. I don't know why the movies can't do this. And if they get a producer in there that's like, yeah, okay, the main timeline for the movies is this, but we're going to continue with the timeline that we already got started to keep those other fans happy. That's fine. I don't understand why they can't figure that out yet.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Zack Snyder got Superman right. Zack Snyder got Batman right. Zack Snyder got the DC characters right. It was because of those Snyder haters who moan and bitch and complain scares WB.
You're right. And those people are always going to be out there, but you have to see the grand vision first. I was one of those people for Marvel.
It's a masterpiece. Zack Snyder got Superman right. Let him finish the arc. Let Zack Snyder finish his arc, and then he would finish his arc right now, and they do what they want to do. But let Zack Snyder finish his arc. No, they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
so you think that was the best representation of Batman in Batman v Superman, Leroy?
Yes, Batman.
Even when he look, like, come on, my background, my shirt. Look at my screen right now. But you think like him running over a thug's head with the tire of the Batmobile was something Batman would do?
Yes, he did it in the comics. Batman did it in the comics. The first 8 issues of Detective Comics, he killed. Superman also killed as well in the comics. In the first issue of Action Comics.
Yeah, before their modern iterations. Yeah,
but they cut it down because of the activists came in and they cut it down. But Batman killed in the comics, so Batman is accurate in the comics. Look at the MCU. MCU killed over 150 bad guys and nobody complained. The MCU killed over 200 bad guys in the movies. Nobody complained. But they complain about Zack Snyder, Man of Steel, and Batman. Look into it.
Good points.
Well, I have
there's a big war of white
right
right now. You have the Snyder haters and the non-Snyder haters arguing.
You got to get out of here, man.
Diesel's got to say something.
Yeah, I got to take off. I just had 3 things I wanted to say. No, you're fine, man. You're fine. I love the enthusiasm.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. The 3 things I wanted to say.
Go.
One, thank you guys so much for having me on. It was really great meeting you guys. James, you guys, even Clint, you guys have been an amazing help to what I got going on, and I'll forever be thankful for that. I appreciate it. Also, hopefully, we can get you guys on the pod at some point. We can do a quick interview at some point in the future. And last thing, shameless plug, lastly, the Then and Now podcast. We're on Facebook page. We have a lot of things coming. We got our own comic we're producing pretty soon. We're going to have coming out with one of my best friends from high school. He's writing that. We're getting that put out.
Boozer, I'll be right with you, buddy.
Yeah. And then we got the video essay coming out. That is it. But again, thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate that. Hopefully we can work together soon.
All right, then.
Yeah, brother. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it. Check
out. I'm going to be doing verses tonight. You're more than welcome to pop on later. Curtis and I'll be there, which I also got dip. My show starts in 3 minutes ago, and I have somebody on. So I gotta get out of here. And I want to thank everybody in the chat for being awesome, and everybody in here for being awesome. And love you guys, and I'll see you guys.
Sorry for talking too long. Sorry about
that. We love you talking, Leroy.
Yeah.
We love you talking, Leroy.
Yeah, you talk as much as you want. But Clint, everyone go. We're going to wrap up here in like 5-10 minutes, and then we'll go over to Clint's show, his verses. Yeah, Diesel, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah.
Or nice to see you again. Thank you so much.
All right.
I'll put a link in the comments if and it's youtube.com/Clint Baker channel.
It
says the Clint Baker channel. It's not the Clint Baker, just /Clint Baker channel.
I got a Clint. I'll do it. You go start your show. I'll get everyone over there.
All right, good. Hey guys, come check out my show. Okay, check me out, guys.
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. All right, then.
All right, you guys take care.
I guess that means I gotta leave too.
Oh, all right. I guess we're going then, eh?
Well, I love you, man. I don't want to leave. You coming over there?
I like my Curtis time.
I know. This is rare. What do you want to talk about? Shang-Chi sucks. Go see it so we can talk about how much it sucks. I need somebody on my side.